Nnamdi Kanu's Cries files draws attention to the federal government tricks to perpetually hold him down. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this another week of news this morning. As our headline for this morning says here, Nnamdi Kanu Cries files draws attention to the federal government tricks to perpetually hold him down. Leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has drawn attention to what he described as serial executive and judicial fraud being perpetrated against him since his extraordinary rendition in 2021. In an open letter addressed to Nigerians yesterday, Kanu said in a judgment entered on March 1st, 2017, the Federal High Court in Abuja ruled that the IPOB is not an unlawful group. At the time, it received widespread publicity, which can be verified. This landmark ruling made by the court before it turned unjust and mounted in criminal proceedings that required proof beyond reasonable doubt, and in which the federal government and my humble self presented our respective case. Alas, instead of the federal government going on appeal as the law mandated, they are dissatisfied with the judgment. The former Attorney General Abubakar Malami went behind closed doors with a open letter and prescribed IPOB as a terrorist group. Yes, in an ex parte proceeding that concluded without notice to me or to IPOB, this abominable incident was the earliest sign, yes, that the government and the judiciary have struck an unholy and fraudulent alliance to deny me of my rights and thereby imperil the life and liberty of millions who identify with Biafra. Well, on October 26, 2022, a federal high court declared my extraordinary rendition and detention as unconstitutional, saying that the manner of arrest and detention of the applicant Martin Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, his continued detention in Abuja, his subjugation to physical and mental trauma by the respondent in inhuman and degrading treatment meted out to the application amount to a brazen violation of the applicant's fundamental right to dignity of his persons and threat to life under Section 34 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amendment. The court further ordered the federal government to apologize to me and pay me compensation in a responsible society and well-ordered, run by responsible government. This judgment is sufficient to have ended my lengthy detention and encourage the federal government to constructively engage me on the issue of self-determination agitation that triggered this whole saga. Let us party back to October 13th, 2022, when the Court of Appeal held that the court must never shy away from the calling the executive must never shy away from calling the executive to order. Well, when they resort to the act of executive lawlessness, the court must maintain balance between ensuring that law and order is obeyed and the protection of the individuals from oppressive actions by the executive. Well, by the formidable adoption and extraordinary rendition from the applicant Mazin Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to this country on the 27th day of June 2021, in violation of international and state law, the lower court or indeed any court in this country is divested or of jurisdiction to entertain charges against the applicant. Despite the clarity of this judgment and its components with reason, the federal government refused to release me from detention, while it went behind closed doors and convicted with three other justices of the Court of Appeal, who fraudulently and swiftly sat on appeal over the judgment and practically destroyed it by issuing what they termed a stay of execution. Well, on May then asked, is it not abominable for a court to stay a judgment the government already disobeyed? In a plethora of cases, the Supreme Court had held that anybody who disobeys a related court order cannot be given any judicial relief until such an order is obeyed. This is a sound reasoning that applies to everyone, but is fraudulently overlooked when it comes to my case. Fast forward to 15th of December 2023, when the Supreme Court sent back my case to the Federal High Court for trial. Well, for avoidance of doubt, that was not the only decision the Supreme Court made. It also decided that my bail should have not been revoked, and it went on to state clearly that it just exhibited significant and unaccepted bias by revoking my bail. And that was what I was said here concerning the headline today this morning, which says here that Nnamdi Kanu's Cries files draws attention to the federal government tricks to proportionally hold him down. All this was in an open letter from Nnamdi Kanu to the people of Biafra. And before I move on, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, the best you can do right here, right now, is to tap that subscribe button. We are with notification bell. So that anytime of any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it ASAP. I mean, it is clear sign. I mean, Nnamdi Kanu even said that The first time that Malami Kayari went behind everybody's back and called IPOB and labeled IPOB as a terrorist group was a clear sign that the federal government was not ready to release him, or was not even ready to uphold justice at all. Yes, concerning his case. I mean, you never tell IPOB, the group that they are calling a terrorist group, that are calling them, they want to go and label them as a terrorist group. You just went behind everybody's back, label them as terrorist group, and you think, oh my god, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, and you think it is cool. Well, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of Biafra, the leader of people of Biafra, has drawn his attention to what is described as a serial executive and judicial fraud being perpetrated against him since his extraordinary rendition in 2021. Everybody already knows that his rendition from Kenya to Nigeria back in 2021 was wrong. Even the Nigerian government even told him sorry, that we're sorry for doing that too. I mean, that action alone could have amounted to his release, but did the Nigerian government release him? No, they did not release him. That was what made a lot of people asking questions, saying, you already said you are sorry. Then release this man now. Why are you still holding him back? Yes, why are you still holding him back? You guys already said you are sorry and you compensated him. Then release him. But the Nigerian government said no. They said no. I mean, that is just so absurd. And looking at what even happened on the 10th of February again, Binta Nyako rescued herself from the case, and she came back saying that the chief judge of the federation did not accept her restitution. I mean, that is also wrong. I mean, Nnamdi Kanu even told them the law, saying that once the judge rescued herself from the case, no one, even the chief judge, can tell the judge what to do concerning that same case, meaning that the judge cannot come back to the case. So that act saying that the chief judge of the federation did not accept her restitution, that was just a lie. The federal government are not ready to release Nnamdi Kanu at all. They are not ready at all to release Nnamdi Kanu. If they actually want to do things according to the law, Nnamdi Kanu should not be in jail at this point in time. At this point in time, I mean, the Supreme Court was not back in 2017 that they granted him bail, saying that the Nigerian government are just being politically motivated. They just want to just jail him for no possible reason. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail. He won that case, but the Nigerian government revoked his bail again. Like in this case, it is already mind. It's already tearing the human being mind. Like seriously, what is actually happening here? And now the Nigerian government is sending a message to Nnamdi Kanu saying that the only way we can release is if you just drop your Biafra agenda. That is just another thing wrong again. So what are we talking about here? This is a clear sign that the Nigerian government are not ready to release Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, a lot of people have said that Nnamdi Kanu cannot receive a fair trial as far as it is in Nigeria, and it is Nigeria courts that are going to do all these shenanigans. Nnamdi Kanu cannot receive a fair trial. I mean, it is high time that another country, maybe like the UN, put a mouth into this matter. What do you guys think? Tell me. Drop your comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Then tap the subscribe button as bigger done with the notification bell so that anytime I have any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.